Hello guys, so in this video I want to talk about constructor chaining in C++. So the purpose of constructor chaining is to reduce the code and ensure that there is a kind of standardization in terms of when you're doing instantiation of objects, right? So here I have a default constructor. I have a constructor with one parameter, name, and then I have a constructor with two parameters, name and age. Now, in my main here, I have these constructors are in a class, and there is one function called display in that class, which will display the name and the age, right? So here I have an instance of the class person, so I call it person1, and then I do a person1 dot display, but here I have not given any arguments, so this is like gonna call the default constructor. So in this second case I have person2, an instance of the class again, but I provide one parameter, which is the name, a string. So person.to display. So this here is gonna make use of this constructor here, right, with one param, and the second parameter is gonna be set to 0, and in the third case I'm giving name and age, and then I'm calling the same function. So I'll make use of both of these params in the central constructor that is called by the other constructors if they don't have, if they have less number of params. Okay, so in this case everything seems to be, when you're doing instantiation, you have a uniform, you're maintaining like a synchronization here, like you're not copying code to a next constructor, so everything gonna be synchronized. So I will run this here now so that you can see what's happening with this code. All right, so let's go to my code. So I have my code here, and let's do g++ dash std equal c++ 2a, right? Now I had this code already, but let me make sure. So let's call it chain constructors, right? Chain constructors dot cpp. All right. So in this case here, just trying to compile that, taking a while. All right, so we're gonna go with chain, so constructors. Okay, so what you're seeing here now is that the output person1 that display, I provided nothing, it's unknown here, right? So first thing it did, it called a central constructor with two parameters called, right? Then we have the default constructor, and then we have the printout of the display function, like person1 dot display. Same for the second scenario where we provide one parameter. It called the central constructor, followed by the constructor with one parameter call, and then the actual display, right? And in the third case, it just called the central constructor because we are providing two parameters. All right, so this is constructor chaining in C++. It's useful because it helps to maintain code in a uniform format in terms of making sure that everything goes through the same kind of instantiation initially. All right, so I'll stop this video here. Bye for now.